Oh, hello. Oh, no. It's been a week and the fever, it still might be here.
It still might be there?
Yeah.
That's not great.
No, I'm used to this, though, so, we're here.
It's just a new natural state.
It's my natural state. It's just, constant fever.
That's really not good.
It's great. What are you talking about? I'm medically significant in the fact that I'm still alive.
Well, I guess I shouldn't judge if you're happy.
Exactly.
If you're happy, then live your life.
I'm thrilled.
You seem it. Hi, welcome to How to Not. This is a comic show where we read WikiHow articles in order to find out how to live normal human lives filled with normal human things.
Yes.
My name is Rob Moden.
And I'm Kaitlyn Alexander.
And so, big week.
It's such a big week.
It's a big week.
Is it?
You know what's coming out on Friday?
The War of the Stars?
Yes. The War of the Stars, the Jedi of the finals.
See, Rob's going to be the excited one here because I've never seen a single Star War.
Mm-hmm.
All I know, the few facts I know.
You haven't even seen the best one, Force Awakens?
I have not seen a single one. I know.
That's not a lie.
There's
Awakens
Finn and Poe, according to Tumblr, are dating.
Sure.
There's a thing called a porg that makes a fun noise, and then there's that racist CGI thing that everyone hated from one of the first movies.
Yes.
That's all I know. That's my limited knowledge of Star Wars.
That's all that's coming back for this new movie.
It's just those things.
Finn, Poe, Porg, Jar Jar.
Oh,
back
God.
again.
Is Jar Jar actually back?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No.
Okay.
He'll never be back. I think they created a... I'm actually not that big of a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Force Awakens is genuinely my favorite because it's the only one that I've really latched onto the characters of.
Yeah, fair.
I believe they came up with a sad backstory where Jar Jar Binks, after he was disgraced in the Senate because he was actually the vote that decided that the Emperor comes into play. They created some backstory where now he's a panhandler on some planet who's doing mime or something in a public square.
Wow!
And so he's like, didn't you used to be a senator? And he's like, no, not to me.
Was that Mario?
Mario and Jar Jar are distant cousins.
Or one and the same.
Yeah. So we're excited. I have a pork mug. That's not a lie.
He actually does have a pork mug.
It was $18 Canadian, and it was definitely worth the joke.
And I've listened to the pork version of the Star Wars theme song at least 7 times.
That's on YouTube. You should hit that
That's
up.
it.
So to celebrate, we are going to learn how to get force powers. A specific one.
How to develop telekinesis.
Telekinesis, physically moving things with your mind.
Which seems like a probable thing that most human beings can accomplish with some concentration.
Well, Star Wars is documentary.
It is.
It's just happening in a time far away, in a place not near.
And they just zoom it to a movie theater so you can watch it. Zoom being the professional word for getting film to a theater.
When you mean zooming information back and forth on the information superhighway?
The information superhighway.
That was the use of Zoom. Got it. Okay. I'm following.
So, telekinesis has been ambushed with skepticism and mockery for years.
Ambushed
with skepticism.
They didn't see it coming.
Holy crap. Despite there being no science to back it up, many still believe that telekinesis is possible. Oh my God,
So they admitted that there's no science available yet. Not yet.
No, they're there's no proven way that this is possible, but believe hard enough and follow this WikiHow and it will be possible.
Look, science is a journey that takes forever.
Science is subjective.
Science is subjective. Again, I know this is something I hit over and over again. In 2017, science is subjective. That's the world we live in.
If you have an open mind, then give this WikiHow a try. Do you have an open mind?
Well, you have to in order to let the Matilda style hands come out of your head and start shaking things around.
Yeah, exactly.
That was just in the book, right?
That was it?
I don't know if I ever read the Matilda book, but my understanding is that in the movie she essentially has telekinesis.
Matilda the movie was the best example of childhood telekinesis that has ever been documented. That was also a documentary.
Let me check my mind if I can think of a better case of childhood telekinesis.
Childhood telekinesis.
Child psyops. No, I can't.
No, it was the best documented case, and Miss Honey was there for all of it.
Yeah. It's sad that people think it's a fiction because it is yet another documentary.
It's very, very true.
I think in the book she has little like invisible hands that literally come out of her head and grab things from across the room. I think they were illustrated.
I think that's a missed opportunity.
I might look that up now. But anyway, if we can move on.
Yeah. So there's a 10-second summary, which just basically gives you what this article is going to cover. Working on visualization skills, learn how to meditate, open your mind and relax, try spinning a Sai Wheel or making Sai balls. Try other exercises such as astral projection and then understand the science behind it and how it can help you, Rob.
So there is science.
Yes, I feel like we've been lied to within the first 5 seconds of reading this article.
Always a good sign.
All right. So the first part of telekinesis, everyone knows, is getting in the zone. The zone is also subjective. Depending on who you are, it could be anything. Mm-hmm. The first thing is working on your visualization skills. One of the main exercises when it comes to telekinesis is visualization, either of yourself or of the objects around you. These exercises won't warrant results unless you have the skills to back them up. So start visualizing. Similar to meditating, you'll see the results in your mind, aiming to have them play out in real life. In brackets, imagine it.
Hold on, is that brackets like imagine being successful with this, or is that just a summary of the entire?
It's just like literally like work on visualization. It just means imagine it.
It's like when a kid has like a 750 word like mini essay to write for school, and so they just stretch out the sentence "imagine it" to approximately 50 words.
Yeah, exactly. That's somebody who had to write an essay. Also, I want to apologize to everyone. I discovered right now that I can't say the word visualization without...
Hey, you got it that time?
There we go. Without like severely just like eating my own tongue.
Ugh, great image. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, everyone. So you should start with small objects, work on every detail, feel, smell, color, nuances, maybe even taste.
So what's the rationalization there? The more you have an idea of what the object is in your mind, you will be able to lift it later on, create it. What is it's just an exercise.
You're just exercising, imagining things.
Mm-hmm. Your mind muscle.
Step. You have to lift your mind muscles and like bring them to the gym with you.
Get that mind muscle swole. Get your mind muscle swole. Step 1.
Everybody in Star Wars has swole mind muscles.
Have you seen them? Oh, glistening swole mind muscles.
Amazing.
Glistening.
The next one is meditate. Anyone well-versed in the world of telekinesis will tell you that meditation lies at the very core of developing your superhuman skills. In order to channel your energy into the objects around you, your brain needs to be 100% clear. And that is in italics. No other thoughts.
Know it's important.
Exactly. No other thoughts must pervade, disrupting and distracting you from the thoughts you need to channel. Does that sentence doesn't make sense?
No other thoughts must pervade. No other thoughts must pervade.
Disrupting.
It's a pause, I guess.
Learn to read, Kaitlyn.
No, I had trouble too.
I was like, what?
No other thoughts must pervade. Break. Disrupting and distracting you from the thoughts you need to channel.
Okay.
That still doesn't necessarily.
Make sense. I'm starting to question the judgment.
We
of
can
this
move
person.
Well, neither of us will get this.
Okay. Also, I'm skipping the rest of this because meditation, everybody knows it. You just sit there and you visualize things while you're trying to clear your mind.
It says don't listen to music, which is
that's a lie.
That's a lie. You can meditate.
You can meditate with music.
Live your life.
But my favorite is the subsection that says, it's practically a badge of honor nowadays to be doing 50 things at once. Our lives buzzing fervently with piles and piles of things that need doing. We're juggling so many plates that if you're not dropping one, you're doing it wrong. Meditation allows you to escape this modern way of life and make it all go away, allowing your mental prowess to take center stage.
And for $29.95 a month, you can get my video series.
Oh my god.
It's practically a badge of honor.
That was written like a bad infomercial.
You know how we all go around bragging to each other like, oh, I got 50 things to do at once.
And somebody's like, I have 51.
Well, here's your badge.
Exactly.
Waiting for it in the mail
If you don't have
myself.
one, you're a lazy slob. I don't have one. Okay, the next step.
You're so mean to yourself.
I'm just realistic, Rob.
Okay.
Open your mind. This is an entire step.
I thought we
just did that.
Yep.
Just like hypnosis.
Again, usual WikiHow issue. That should have been first one because opening your mind was part, I think, of visualizing another object.
Does anybody who writes WikiHow articles understand the numbering process and that it should be in an order rather than just as the thoughts come, you write things?
I'm starting to think WikiHow doesn't have a resident editor.
I'm starting to think it's crowdsourced.
Can we judge the expertise of these people? Well, strength in numbers.
Exactly.
Democracy.
So open your mind.
Brought us so far in 2017.
Rob has feelings.
I have issues. New year, new me, hopefully.
Exactly.
New year, new world. Please.
So, you're like praying.
Yep.
Okay, open your mind. Everybody knows the one thing Darth Vader has is an open mind, right, Rob?
Darth Vader is open to new experiences. Somebody asks him, like, have you tried a tapas restaurant lately? And he's like, no, should I?
But I want to.
Oh, it sounds good. I feel like there's another villain I'm going for here, and I can't tell which one.
I don't know. I always, like, isn't Darth Vader just that, like, heavy breathing man who, like, needs a puffer? You forget that I have a very limited knowledge. He's the one that's like...
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
You're picturing the right one.
Okay.
He's like...
Yes, I want the tapas.
That was like a mix of Bane.
It was. I thought the mug would help.
The porg mug did not help.
The porg mug really disappointed me because I thought, if anything, it would make my voice more Star Wars.
Everybody knows the porg mug is actually a Darth Vader voice.
Rise, come to the tapas restaurant. The prices don't rise. They're low. They're great. Deals.
Hopefully that was picked up by the mic.
Oh my god.
Because I was talking directly into a ceramic mug. Shaped like a small bird penguin thing.
Amazing.
Wait, birds are penguins, damn it.
So this step is basically just, if you think you can't, you can't. That's what it boils down to. So ignore all those naysayers, ignore the science, and give it 110%. It's possible nothing will happen, sure, but it's definite nothing will happen if you don't let it.
I mean, you could use that for almost anything in life, including things you probably shouldn't do. It's true that you might not break the laws of physics and fly if you jump off a cliff, but
you could try, and if you don't try, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Nothing will happen if you just stay on that cliff. Something will happen if you jump off.
Whether good or bad, who knows?
It says no room for doubt here. Absolutely cannot doubt yourself for the that Ben Affleck Batman quote. If there's a 1% chance, we have to take it as an absolute certainty that we can develop telekinesis and fly off cliffs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is that the end goal here? I think telekinesis can apply to your own body. If we can lift ourselves off a cliff and fly.
Isn't that technically floating? Like, isn't that like, wait.
What's the difference between floating and flying?
Floating, you don't move very fast. You just kind of hover. Mm-hmm. Flying, you're like, zoom.
I think your description of floating is hovering, but
I think you're right, Rob.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Next step is be patient. Which, if a guide to doing something tells you to be patient, I can think it's safe to say it's not going to work. A long time in the telekinetic world, at least when it comes to practicing, is years. Not weeks, not months, years. You may have to practice hundreds, maybe even thousands of times before you stumble upon that magical, effective mixture of energy. There's no telling where or when it'll strike. You just have to keep at it.
So,
sorry.
Never doubt yourself. Nothing may happen, but you do have to try for years and years and years in order to erase the absolute doubt that it might not happen.
So, little known fact, Darth Vader had this WikiHow article favorited on his future computer. Mm-hmm. And with every day,
Darth Vader just walked around with a tablet.
Years.
Yeah.
He would just come back to this article, go through step by step, and he was like, you know what? I'm just going to be patient. Mm-hmm. We're going to get this done.
If Darth Vader's known for anything.
It's patience.
Patience.
Yes.
Modesty.
Yeah.
Understanding that some things are beyond his grasp and control.
Reasonable decision making.
And just like, I'm just doing this telekinesis thing as a hobby. It might not work
I understand he's also a pacifist, so it keeps his mind off of destroying the world.
Mm-hmm. This is my calm. This is my center. Darth Vader meditates 3 hours a day.
Yes, exactly. Let go of the idea that the system, the object, and the manipulator, you, are different because both contain the same energy. This is the idea that forms the basis of telekinesis. You and the object are one and the same. You have to abandon the belief that everything else is so. You know how all the matter in the universe started from stars and we are therefore stardust? It's exactly that. Mm-hmm. You can move that spoon in front of you because it's a natural extension of you. Mm? Rob, have you ever looked at a spoon and thought, it me?
I see it on the table like, part of me has gone...
Part of me is missing.
5 feet away.
That's a lot to unpack right there.
It does, yeah.
We are one with everything in the universe.
Even if we're not touching.
All the same as us.
Unless the idea is when you start touching it, and then it's a physical extension. It's breaking my mind a little bit.
Both contain the same energy. I refuse to believe that me and like that like rusty coffee maker that I have in my apartment share the same energy.
Well, I mean, it is in your apartment.
That is
so
true.
at least the same air is flowing through you and it's rust.
But I mean, like, that entirety, that can't be the same as me.
Maybe you just don't want to have such a low opinion of yourself, but also you do own a rusty coffee maker and you haven't replaced it, is what I'm hearing.
This is true.
Yeah. It's the image is of a guy looking at the spoon and going like, finally part of me is back.
He kind of looks like he's
I'm whole
also
again.
like holding in a very big fart.
Yeah. It's one of the two. It's either this spoon this spoon is an intrinsic part of me, or I have to fart soon.
Exactly. Who knows? So the next part, that was all just visualizing. This is practicing.
Yep.
This is like the street basics that you need. Okay. Start off spinning a Sai Wheel. The challenge is to try to purely spin the wheel. Place a glass jar or container over the wheel to prevent wind spinning from spinning it. Rob.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen what the fuck that image is?
No, so it looks like kind of like a paper umbrella.
It looks like a umbrella you put in drinks attached to a cork.
Is this? So I'm gonna search if Sai Wheel is just
a thing,
a known thing that everybody knows. It does seem. It looks also kind of like a cootie catcher, and it does seem to be
a thing.
A standard thing, although, yeah, you should... There are... Hey, top 2 hit results for Sai Wheel. How to make a Sai Wheel, 8 steps on WikiHow. How to spin a Sai Wheel, 4 steps in WikiHow. Okay, so we're 12 steps away from knowing what the fuck this is.
That's great. Is. You notice how this says just spin a Sai Wheel and then doesn't explain how to?
We're supposed to do it physically or with our mind?
I think with our mind.
Okay.
They didn't specify that, but if it just says try spinning the wheel, I could just press it with my finger, then I'd think that I was doing it.
But it is an extension of you. So if everything is an extension of you, even if you move it with your hands, is that telekinesis?
Holy shit.
I don't... Maybe my mind is just broken. I've had trouble following this entire thing.
This is a lot.
Yep.
Concentrate on small objects and nothing else. Telekinesis is all about moving the things around you. In order to channel your natural energy into this nearby object, you'll need to concentrate hard.
Italics.
It's easiest to start with this very lightweight objects, like a match or a small pencil. The further apart the molecules inside the system, the easier to manipulate it. You can work on chairs later. I feel like I need to call out this post for just saying, you know, science isn't a necessary thing at the beginning, but then it just used the words molecules. Like, it was like, yeah, I know that molecules are further apart in other objects. Like, what?
The farther apart the molecules inside, you can work on chairs later.
I don't...
Molecules farther apart in tiny objects? Is that what we're saying? Oh, lightweight.
I'm just going to go ahead and say I did not freaking sign up for no science course. I signed up for telekinesis and to be a War of the Stars
To be
character.
fair, is that actually real? That if the molecules are farther apart, that's what makes things lighter
Well, the
and less
WikiHow
dense?
article said it was, and I assume now that Bill Nye is writing this.
I might have learned something. Bill and I writes all WikiHow articles, or at least contributes.
Bill Nye fact checks. If it says there's no science, he goes in, fact checks, and adds the science.
Subsection of this is aim for these practice sessions twice a day for an hour in total. An hour of your day.
An
24th
hour
of your life.
Just staring at...
Visualize the object moving. To the left? To the right? Rolling, scooting, getting pushed or pulled? Is the entire object moving or just one side? Get as specific as possible. For years.
An hour a day.
For years.
Your significant walks...
In 2 sessions, very important. Split it in half. Maybe it could be 15:45. Maybe it could be 20:40. Look, you just got to hit that hour or you're a failure. And you'll never become a Jedi.
Darth Vader, even now, sits inside of his ship. The ship that he sits in, I assume. And then just stares at small little matchsticks for an hour at a time.
Don't talk to me.
And everybody knows you can't interrupt him.
This is my special time.
And if he doesn't do that, no more force. Is it called the force?
It is
called the force. No more force.
Yep. For that boy. No more force for you.
No more force for that boy. That boy is force.
You've been bad. You haven't been doing your force lessons. No force or ice cream for you for dinner.
Telekinesis is also called force lifts.
Sure.
So you just gotta do your force lifts.
Why are you like throwing your hands around?
Because that's what I assume they do when they use the force.
Yeah.
They just like kind of
you just kind
rush the air towards them and they go
flap it.
Force.
Okay.
Am I getting it yet?
I think.
Okay.
You don't have to watch the Star Wars movies. You got it.
I got it. Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Do you know what a Sai ball is?
I know because there's an image immediately underneath it, but it does seem to be a blue sphere of energy that kind of looks like the fairy from Legend of Zelda.
I'm sorry.
That broke Kaitlyn's mind.
It did. And then I also read, feel the energy at your core, hold your hands like they're cupping a ball. Once it's concrete, move it around and let it morph shape and size. Is this saying you're going to birth a ball of energy through your belly button that will be a concrete thing?
What do you think telekinesis is going to be?
Not that.
So, I assume, it hasn't given any markers whatsoever, but I assume we're now years in the future.
We are 2022.
You've got your 10,000 hours of staring at matches down.
Yes.
You've become an expert.
Yes.
Now you can create a ball.
Of course, that's the next step.
So, how big is it? Is it radiating? What color is it? Once it's concrete, move it around. So that's all the visualizing, I guess. Move it around and let it morph shape and size. It's as if putting the ends of two of the same magnets together.
It makes a ball of energy you can't break.
I'm a little afraid because I'm in an apartment. I don't have much space.
Yeah.
If every day I'm making one of these damn balls,
where do you store them?
It's going to start piling up in the corner. All these energy balls I can't move. I can't get rid of. I can't throw them away.
Can you digest them? Are they
just
eatable?
Swallow them?
Yeah. Like, once you're done with them, can you just, like, go, oh, that was good?
Like those little protein snack balls that convenience stores now sell?
It's the most energy you can get because it's literally your own energy that you're just digesting back.
So if you actually excrete an energy ball into your hands...
Oh, God. Okay.
Is that actually taking energy away from you? Do you suddenly become very tired?
That's a good question, Rob. I really wish this article would answer it.
I guess this article could use some improvements or some fine-tuning. I don't know.
And then it just says, just deliver that energy into other objects over time.
So you can use it like a baseball to knock over a vase, it says.
Yeah.
You know.
As one wants to do in their own apartment.
Next is you turn it to Drew Barrymore as a child.
Amazing. Do flame work. In addition to working with small objects, work with fire. I'm going to recommend you don't. Light a candle and watch it glow. Clear your mind and let the flame fill your thoughts. Watch it flicker and move. Focusing on it, move it with your energy. Move it right, move it left. Stretch it up, smush it down. Grow it brighter, dimmer, and make it yours. Does it dance like you want it to?
Does it dance like you want to?
You can leave your friends behind.
Because if your flame doesn't move, the flame doesn't move, and you're not a Sai.
Psychic mind. Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
Hey. New theme song for the podcast.
There you go. I'm just going to go ahead and say, don't work with flames. That seems like a dangerous idea.
What am I using my millions of matches that I've stored up over the years? Because I can't reuse a match after I've spent an hour on it.
That's true.
It's a worn out match.
Yeah.
It's emotionally, mentally tired. Because we're all part of the same
that
energy.
Match is exhausted.
I'm trying to connect everything. I'm not quite following it. I will be honest.
Me neither.
Something about it's energy, but also we're the part of the energy, but also it's separate from us.
And also it's not science.
Also, I can buy it at the store because they're matches. So, like, were they always part of me, or do I have to pay for part of myself?
Do I actually own everything in the universe and it's already mine?
I guess so.
Because it's just me?
I guess you can use telekinesis as a general cover to more or less shoplift anything you want.
That's great advice. And I'm sure the cops would totally buy that.
Guys, you don't understand. Please, let me just stand here for a little bit trying to create an energy ball. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Can you see it? Do you see it? No!
And then you Kamehameha them out of there, or is that Street Fighter or is that Dragon Ball Z?
That was Dragon Ball Z.
Gotcha.
Yeah, solid. And then it says practice some, but then this is my favorite one. Try astral projection.
Okay.
You know out-of-body experiences? Or OBEs,
as
we
OBEs.
all call them? That's astral projection, where your soul leaves your body and ventures onto the astral plane. It requires a deep state of hypnosis and entering a state of vibration, and then some serious mind over matter business, moving your soul from your body and into the world around you.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
This is some serious mind over matter business.
This is some serious mind over matter business.
This is some heavy shit.
This is some of the heaviest.
Look, this is like, if this was rated on a menu like spice levels, this would be a 5 tamale.
5 tamale spice.
5 tamale mind over matter. So we've now advanced to the Doctor Strange stage.
Yeah, as one does.
Yep. We're trying to convince Rachel McAdams that we are actually psychic. We are watching and informing our own surgeries.
Yeah.
And we are talking to a bald Tilda Swinton who should probably be an Asian person. And discussing how the universe works and what happens when we die. And so you're probably in year like, I don't know, 4 of your telekinesis, and you're just having a good time so far, I guess.
This is also a question I have that I'm putting out there. What happens if your soul doesn't come back to your body?
There's a whole Death Cab for Cutie song about this.
Oh, you're right. There is.
Where soul meets body, something. Arms around me.
You
something
should be
about
a songwriter.
So I can't recall the lyrics right now, but I'm sure they have all the answers. I assume as part of your Jedi training, you have to buy the entire Death Cab for Cutie discography.
Yeah.
Search for hidden clues in there.
Little known fact.
Something about the Will of the Wisps. Something about Ewoks. It's all between the liner notes. You'll find it.
Amazing.
It does say also that this is very, very difficult to do. So if you want to start small, you can just try and get a single arm or leg to kind of just stretch outside your body.
Because you can measure that.
So yeah, don't go for the full.
No.
Going back to our cliff metaphor, don't throw yourself off the cliff.
Just throw a leg.
Just throw a leg or an arm off that cliff and watch it fly.
And then it says, stop when you feel mentally and physically tired.
Okay, well, I probably should have been warned about that a while ago.
That means I cannot ever start.
That's my natural state, so.
It's like taking an exam when you've had 2 hours of sleep, 15 Red Bulls, and the person behind you keeps smacking their gum.
The gum thing is the worst.
That is actively the worst.
If there's something that makes me mentally and physically tired, it's hearing somebody else chew gum.
No.
In other words, you won't do well. In fact, your results will be better later on if you just rest up. Listen to your body and mind.
That's fair.
So 1 hour a day of practice.
Yes.
However many hours a day of trying to find storage for all the Sai balls that you've created. However many hours a day of putting out the fires that you've created.
Exactly.
Double that because your body and your astral projection, as seen in Doctor Strange, can live separately. One of them can sleep while the other one is awake, and therefore maybe you have to double up your hours so that both your body and mind can go through all this training.
You can't have a job.
However, if you happen to be tired after all of that, you know what? Skip the rest of your work day. Just sleep.
Sleep. Just
take a rest.
Call in saying, I astral projected too hard. Gots to get some Z's.
Look, I've had a bit of a mix-up. I did some meditating this morning, and suddenly I have an astral leg sticking out my regular leg. I can't walk right now. I will send in those reports by 5 p.m.
And the boss is like, yes. So the next part is understanding the science, which they told us flat out doesn't exist. So let's just take a grain of salt with this part of the article.
Let's consider both sides. The side that told us that there is science and the same side that also told us that there is not science.
They are both part of the same energy.
We have to be fair and balanced. Everything is part of the same energy. Keep your mind open, Kaitlyn.
Okay,
Sometimes science can simultaneously exist and not exist. That's called quantum mechanics.
Everything hurts. Oh, God. Okay. Understand how telekinesis can help and how it is possible. Energy can be defined as the capacity to do work, which is any change in the state of or motion of matter. What? I've never heard energy defined as the capacity to do work.
Should we try and sum up this section? It's a very long section. Energy is continually running through your body. It keeps us moving, breathing. We obtain energy from food. In muscle cells, only 40%. This does seem like science.
Cellular respiration and kinetic energy.
Instead of using physical kinetic energy to move things around, you should use chemical energy already stored in your body. So, you know how chemical energy is stored in your body?
What? I'm sorry. I've just skipped down to a line that said the first law of thermodynamics. I did not sign up for this shit.
Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be transferred or changed from one form to another. So I think it's saying the chemical energy, the chemicals that exist in your body, make your blood just explode within your body.
Can do.
Suddenly you'll be full of pep. I think if you...
That's good science.
Like the whole, imagine that turned into 50 words. I think this is like, if you can make your blood explode in your body, that's a
you're already
little
halfway
bit of pep.
there.
You don't need that red.
No, you're good.
Gives you wings.
And then recognize and feel the energy that flows through the body. Flex every muscle in one of your arms for 12 seconds, including your fist. After those 12 seconds are up, completely relax the arm and study the feeling of heat going through it. Why would you do this?
Studying. They said, Science.
You gotta do them books.
Exercise 2, find yourself an ideal condition, cool area, completely relax your body, sit there and lie there without getting the hair on your the hair on your body to stand up. So
What?
I think it's like trying to stop goosebumps or like hair from sticking up on your body from being cold.
That seems possible.
Or
yeah.
you should be able to send the energy out through your body to any part of your body. One arm or leg, a hand. So the energy that's in my hair, send it to my hand. And
okay. That makes sense.
You've done exercise too.
Yeah. And then, how you want to manipulate the system. For instance, I want to manipulate it so if there's fries on a table near me, I can just pull the fries towards me without having to use my hands. And
this image is of somebody force pulling a piece of paper towards their hand.
Yes.
The most exciting use of a force pull.
Use of the force.
Mm-hmm. A crumpled up piece of paper, I will note.
And then
not even useful.
The last step is just focus the energy and direct it towards their system.
The image is somebody holding a pencil. We've made floating a pencil in the middle of the air. We've made it.
We did it. Do you feel confident that you can now be a telekinesis expert?
No, I'll have to reread this thing every morning before my meditation session.
Amazing.
But I'm excited to find out this is where we're going.
Okay, so we're in the community Q&As.
Yep.
There's one question that just stood out to me as in why this? And it's, do I need a compass or is it optional?
To be fair, it is optional. There's an infinite amount of ways to practice skills.
But what? Somebody was like, I definitely need a compass for this, right?
There was a lot of direction of energy in this article.
That is true.
To the left, to the right. Next level?
Yeah.
To the north? To the south?
Oh.
You gotta find out.
Shit.
I also like the question, can a 12-year-old child do telekinesis? Why not? It's not about your age. It's about your concentration and energy.
Have you ever met a 12-year-old that can concentrate?
His name was Anakin Skywalker, and it all went very badly.
Shit.
That's where this is going.
Yeah.
You just don't have the maturity.
No.
You don't have it.
You need to, ripen.
You need to ripen your mind. Like a banana of knowledge.
Oh.
Ripen your mind.
I didn't know where that was going. And it
like a banana, ripen your knowledge. Make sure your mind muscles are a nice soft yellow.
A nice mellow yellow.
And just peel that back and let all that spoon energy out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My favorite community Q&A question isn't here, so I'm going to ask you. What happens if I shit my pants while practicing telekinesis?
As always, the community question that came from the first article that we read and by far the most relevant to any situation.
Yes.
If you are, so I can imagine.
Yes.
You're concentrating very hard.
Very hard.
You are tense.
Yes.
You are just trying to make that pencil float in the middle of the air. And you're so frustrated about all the Sai balls that you have sitting in your corner.
Yeah.
You accidentally shit yourself from all the tension. I think
that's
you just have another free object to try and float around with your hands.
I was going to say, that's definitely your own energy.
Yeah, that is.
So
it is the same energy flows through you as flows through the poop.
Yes, exactly.
And yeah, it's just something that, look, if you have broken your budget, if you have spent way too much on matches and candles in order to continue your training, you are going to have to resort to objects that are around you already.
Or in you.
Or that you can generate yourself.
Yep. That's true.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's it for this week's How to Not.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you learned a lot about, Star Wars, also
I think this was the definitive catch-up guide so that you can go into The Last Jedi knowing everything you need to know.
I feel very prepared.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a part of that movie that I will not understand.
Mm-hmm.
Should I choose to watch it?
Which you are?
I will, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I would recommend Force Awakens. It's a good jumping on point for anybody who wasn't too into their dad and their brother trying to make them watch Star Wars a lot when they were a kid.
Yeah.
But Rey's great. Everybody go enjoy Rey. Go watch some Daisy Ridley YouTube videos where she's charming.
Charming as fuck.
Yeah. So I think that's it. This week.
Yeah, if you want to talk to us, you can go to Twitter at How to Not Show.
Mm-hmm.
Rob is there, and he is sassy a lot, and sometimes I peep in and also bug people.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back next Monday.
Pork. That was me doing the theme song in pork. There, yes.
Go look up that YouTube video. It's Porg sound Star Wars theme should get you there.
Yeah.
It's somebody taking the chirping of the porgs, digitizing it, and doing the entire theme song like an obsessed maniac.
It was beautiful.
Set to essentially a slideshow / mashup of every porg-related media that has come out. Go look it up.
All right.
Bye, everybody.